I'm living my best life. Yeah, yeah. I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. I said, I'm living my best life. I said, I'm living my best life.
Hey, what is up, Frankie fam? I'm back with another video, and I know you all are probably thinking, what? We saw the title of this video, and what? I know. I get it. You are really confused right now, but don't be confused. Today, we're doing another 5 tips on how we, as a people, as citizens, as whatever, we can make America, even the world, great. Because let's be honest, America and the world hasn't really been that great for everyone. So today, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you another Frankie's 5 tips on how we can make America great. Not again, but great. Now. How we can make the world great now, because we gotta fix it now. We are in the now and we have to fix it now. So with that being said, y'all go ahead and stick around for the video and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the kid if you are not subscribed already. And if you are just joining us, please stick around because I got a real treat for you guys today, alright? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Hey, alright, so make America great, right? Make the world great. Let me start saying that. Make the world great. Okay. So, I got 5 tips. Tip number one on making the world great is to help others by helping yourself. Okay? Now, what I mean when I say that is, you can't help someone if you yourself are in a terrible situation, right? You want to help someone. You want to give back. You want to do that. But you got to make sure that you are okay. You want to give someone your absolute last. That is fine. Do that. If that's what you feel like you have to do, do that. But make sure that when you do that, you're not putting yourself in a crippling position. Okay? You can't tell someone, or I can't tell you how to fix your finances if my finances are in the trash, right? It's basically the blind leading the blind. So you want to make sure that you yourself are in a good situation to where you can help someone else, right? If you want to give somebody food, if you want to feed them, make sure that you're fed. You ate and you're good to go, because you don't want to have to do something. You don't want to do something and feel obligated. You want to do it because it's kind. It's the right thing to do. So make sure that you are okay before you try and help someone else, because you want to be the example. You want to set the example for someone who may be struggling with something or doesn't have something. You want to be the example. I'm not saying be some flashy, crazy person like, oh, I got this, so now I'm gonna help you, you little guy. I'm gonna help you, little guy, because you need help because I have all this. No. What I'm saying is make sure that you as a person are good within yourself before you go out into the world and try and help other people. You got to make sure that you're okay, right? So that's tip number 1. Tip 1, take care of others by taking care of yourself first. Tip number 2. Okay? Tip number 2, let go of judgment. Stop judging each other. You can't say you want to help someone if you're constantly judging them, right? It's like, how can you want to be a help if you're sitting there judging the next person on what they're doing? I've been in cars, I've been around people, I've been with people that will literally say in my face, if they see a person on the corner, they have the sign like, please help, need money, need food, whatever, right? They'll literally say, I'm not going to give them any money or anything because they're just going to go use it to do drugs and they're probably a drug addict. What? Like, who are you to do that? First of all, are you their doctor? Are you their parent? What are you to them? You're not. Sure, you might be the person that may save their life, but don't do it out of a place of judgment. Do it out of a place of literally wanting to help that person. You want to see that person succeed. You want to see that person doing better. So you have to let go of those judgments, because when we hold on to those judgments, we're not helping. We're not making the situation better. We're not doing anything. We're just, here, go. Get out of my face. And you want to change that circumstance. You want to make things great, right? You want to help. So we have to let go of judgment. Judgment makes us in this crazy place that the world is in right now. The world it's almost in like a chaotic area where this person wants to do that, this person wants to do that, and it's not meshing because we think they're wrong for what they're doing, or they fucked up, so oh well, it's on them. When really, if we let go of those judgments, we could save a life. We could find the cure for cancer if we work together and help let go of judgments. That's tip number 2. You gotta let go of those judgments. We cannot make things great, make America great, make the world great if we're holding on to judgments about each other or other people around us. We have to let those go. Let judgments go so we can make the world great. Tip number 3. We're finally at tip number 3 on how to make the world great. So tip number 3, this one is my personal favorite tip that I came up with, and that's giving back does not always equal money. I don't think you heard me. Giving back does not always equal money. The most valuable thing that we can give to another person, another individual, to the world is our time. Time is the most precious thing in the world. You give someone your time, you're giving them something that you can't put a value on. Time. This is the most valuable thing in the world. I grew up pretty underprivileged, pretty poor, and at times we were homeless. And I can remember some of the most important things to me were those volunteers that came in, those people that worked in those shelters that would give their time, teaching us things, showing us different movies, showing us pictures, like tutoring. Those things meant like the most valuable thing to me, right? So let's say you have a day off. You're not doing anything. It's a day off. You don't have to work. You don't have much money, right? But you know what you can do? You can go offer your services and your time to someone that doesn't have it. Maybe you can go volunteer at a library, read kids' books, help tutoring somebody. Maybe you can go volunteer at a hospital. Maybe you can go volunteer at a homeless shelter. Sometimes giving that time really can help someone. That can really teach someone that, because you remember how I said be the example? By volunteering your time and showing your presence, you're almost like showing someone that, hey, this is attainable. I may not be at that point right now, but I can get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So you want to give back. It doesn't mean money. So you want to give back to people. Give them your time. Give them knowledge. Help them. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I think, one of the most important things to help make us great as a people, as a humanity. That can make us great. By giving our time, giving things we don't have to give money. We can give, like, I'm in school to do haircuts. Cosmetology, once I'm certified or whatever, like, maybe I can go give people haircuts for free because, hey, they have an interview and, they want to look a certain way or they want to do something. That's something that I myself personally can do. So I challenge you guys to give back more than just money. Tip number 4. Okay, tip number 4 is kindness without reason. Tip number 4, kindness without reason. And when I say that, here's an example. I've heard so many stories, of people saying that the day that they had a plan to kill themselves, all it took was the one person smiling at them, asking them about their day, to stop them from jumping off that ledge, to stop them from putting that gun to their head. Kindness without reason. A simple smile saved someone's life. You just things that we take for granted, smiling, hey, good morning, how are you, good afternoon, those things we take for granted can save someone's life. The last year and a half I spent in the Navy saved my life. I was around and I worked with social workers that were the most absolute best people on planet Earth. And being around them literally taught me so much about how to deal with certain situations, how to deal with like anxiety or depression, things that I suffer with, how to deal with that. And they were doing it just from themselves because that's who they were. They were kind people, all of them. Every single one of them that I came across were so kind, and I really appreciate that. That meant so much to me, and you can do that for someone else. Something as simple literally as, hey, good morning, how's your day? Hey, let me get that door for you. Hey, did you want to sit down? Here's the last seat. You can sit right here. Those things can really help someone. They show others that there are good people in the world, and we want to do that. We want to show people that there are still good people in the world. You want to be kind without a reason, without wanting to get something back, just because it's a right thing to do. Because let's say you're in a terrible situation, you would want someone to help you out and not expect anything in return. And that's one of the biggest problems that I think we face in the world, is that when we do something for someone else, we expect something in return. Once we let that go and we start doing things just because, we can be in a better place. And I think tip number 4, kindness without reason, is how we can make the world great. Hey, we are on the last tip on how to make the world great, right? Tip number 5, okay? Tip number 5, I think also is the most important one. Understanding and communication. We cannot make the world great or make each other great if we don't understand each other, if we're not communicating to try and understand each other. We have to communicate. We have to talk to each other. We have to know what our differences are, and we have to talk about what we need and what we can do to make things better. Once we start communicating to try and understand, we can possibly come up with a plan to fix things. But we have to get rid of all the arguing and the judgment and all those other things first. We have to literally sit down and talk to different people. Talk to someone that's in a situation that's different than you. Talk to someone that grew up in a different background than you. Try to understand, how they feel, what makes them different than you. That way you can really understand what they're going through and how you can help them, how someone else can help them. It's like almost like networking, right? Because when you network, you go to this person, you go to that person, and then somehow you all magically come together to create this great thing. We have to do that to make the world great. And if we really want to strive to make the world great, we have to understand and communicate with each other. I challenge you all to get out there. Go start talking to people. When you're going out and doing those kind things and you're helping others, go out and talk to them. Communicate with them. Try and understand, hey, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I want to understand what led you here. I want to know where you came from, because I think that we can fix this. We can change. We can do better. We can do better. So we need to understand and communicate, and that's my tip number 5 on how we can make the world a better place. Alright guys, that was my Frankie's 5 tips on making America great. Actually, making the world great, because we want to make the world a better place. So if you guys liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really like it and you have some thoughts on the matter, please go ahead and comment. Even if you disliked it, go ahead and let me know why. Dislike it, let me know, what your thoughts were. Hey, I'm open. This is Frankie Fam. We can talk about whatever here. We can do whatever we want here. This is a safe place, alright? So if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And one more thing. You guys, please don't forget that I am doing a gift card giveaway. $50 to just a random person to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to bless your life. I'm going to give you $50. So y'all go ahead and subscribe. And I am definitely going to pick the winner this week. Okay, the second video I dropped this week, I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner. So y'all go ahead and stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Love you, Frankie Fam.
I said I'm living my best life. I said I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's with my best friends. Turned all my L's into